Hey guys, it's Ross Scott on the Space Couch today. Continuing on with this, we're going to take a look at Dio, the new droid that was introduced. And there he is. I liked this little droid. I wasn't sure what he was going to sound like, but he actually has a voice, although it's very limited vocabulary. Because I wasn't sure it was going to be like the usual electronic whistles and squeals that we hear from the other droids, like say BB-8 and R2-D2. So there is his spread, and let's just see what it says about Dio. It looks like someone treated him badly. It's okay, you're with us now, Ray says. Cobbled together by an unknown droid smith felled by Ochi's blade, Dio is an impressionable little roller. Ochi was an assassin by trade, but he had many pastimes to while away the long stretches of time and isolation between assignments. Some of his hobbies were sinister, but Ochi also collected droid technology and even designed and built some of his own. Ochi claimed Dio after slaying the droid's master. Despite such dark origins, Dio doesn't have an ill-intentioned subroutine in his personality matrix. He was a simple amusement for Ochi at first, then a data storage module, and ultimately neglected and discarded. He remained inactive for more than a decade aboard Ochi's ship. We see here his rebalancing gyroscopic systems and wheel make Dio appear fidgety. And that's this one here. So let's see what it says about him. Subject Dio, planet of construction unknown, manufacturer unknown, but he's a custom model. Type, a unique custom build. Affiliation resistance, BB-8 specifically it mentions. And it's 46 centimetres high, and its age is unknown, but it's at least 14 standard years. So he has the triple photoreceptor array. These, and that's what basically looks like his eyes. He's got the transmitter array, which is these at the back here. The custom cognitive unit, which is inside here. Neck articulation within accordion sheath, which is this, which I hadn't actually noticed till I just read that. Primary articulation joint is this. The unitread disc is this. Power bus cable, this here. The power recharge coupler is here, obviously because that's where the cable goes into. Cooling vents along the side here. The long range antenna at the back, of course. And that is about it. Oh, the cold box storage drive is this here. So what else does it say? Anatomy of a droid. Dio has a deceptively simple design. A thick rolling disc forms the largest component of his build. Extending from the hub of his disc is a cylinder leading to a clavicle platform from which extends his neck. Dio's head sits atop his neck and is the second biggest assembly in his body. His cognitive unit is entirely contained in his conical cranium. On the narrow end of the core is his acoustic signaler, while the wider end has an array of sensors and transmitters. At the back of his head is a data port. Dio has a cold box storage drive distinct from his brain and his transmitters, meaning he can act as a courier but cannot access the data. He inadvertently becomes a source of intelligence about the planet Exegol for the Resistance. So let's just see about this picture here of BB-8 and Dio. Dio is at first nervous to see the discarded droid parts in Babu Frick's shop, remembering memory files written while on Ochi's droid workbench. BB-8 calms Dio by assuring him that Babu, a mechanic of similar size to Dio, actually has an affinity for droids and is taking great care in the delicate procedure he is performing on C-3PO. And then we just see this bottom picture here of Dio and BB-8. Homemade hobby droids are more common in the mid-rim and outer rim, where distribution lines of major droid corporations don't always reach. Dio's less complex form of binary is easier for non-droids to understand than most droid signalling. Then we see the 4 droids here, the classics and the new guys. Let's see what it says. On R2, the rebuilt Intel X4 processor, which is like here. Manipulator with tactile sensor grid in palm, and that's for 3PO, the golden dots on the palm of his hand. and the multi-system connection wires, which obviously is the wires in his midriff. Dense shell with sealed access ports permits all weather and terrain functioning. That is on BB-8, is his sealed round ball. Now, what's that say about inter-droid relations? C-3PO's heightened sense of order and protocol causes him to assume the superior air of a nursemaid to his smaller astromech companions, particularly the newest and youngest additions to the crew. Full stop. R2-D2, C-3PO's counterpart for decades, isn't too intimidated by the taller droid's rules of etiquette and has no problem responding with an impertinent but good-natured rebuttal. BB-8 was, for a time, the wide-eyed new recruit, keenly aware that he was rolling around in the company of mechanical legends of the Rebel Alliance. But now BB-8 serves as the season's guide and guardian of little D.O., who has imprinted on him like a hatchling. How cute. So he's the new Porg, I suppose. But yes, nice little droid, little background character, he's quite sweet. And it works quite well, I think, and seeing him going around in circles around BB-8 was really nice. But there you go, guys, that is just what the Visual Dictionary has to say about D.O., the new droid in Star Wars. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.